Imagine a place shrouded in a cloak of forgotten memories, where whispers of the past echo through the silence, a place that time itself has left behind. This is a story about such a place, a forgotten cemetery, hidden away on the outskirts of a small town. Its walls were cracked and crumbling, tombstones scattered about, lying broken and forgotten. An eerie silence hung over the place, broken only by the rustling of the wind through the overgrown vegetation. In this town lived a young man named Rashid. He had heard tales about the cemetery, stories of a ghost that haunted the forgotten graves, a specter that rose from the tombs at night and terrified anyone who dared to venture close. But Rashid was not a man to be swayed by ghost stories. He was brave and curious, and he decided to visit the cemetery one night to find out if the stories were true. As darkness fell, Rashid approached the cemetery gate. It was a rusty old thing, creaking on its hinges, offering him an unobstructed path into the graveyard. As he stepped inside, he was greeted by an almost palpable darkness, broken only by the faint light of the moon filtering through the dense foliage. He began to walk slowly, straining his ears for any sound out of the ordinary. Suddenly he heard a faint sound. It was a soft, mournful cry coming from one corner of the cemetery. Rashid moved towards the sound, each step taken with caution and care. As he got closer, the cry grew louder. Then he saw a figure draped in white, hidden behind a tree. He moved the branches aside and came face to face with a woman. She was old, her clothes tattered and torn, her eyes filled with tears. She was crying, her sobs filling the silence of the cemetery. But Rashid was not frightened. He felt compassion for the woman and approached her to talk. The woman told him that she was the ghost who lived in the cemetery, mourning the death of her son, who was buried there many years ago. Rashid comforted her, telling her that there was no need to be sad, that her son was in a better place now. The woman thanked Rashid and told him that she could now leave the cemetery. He watched as she disappeared into the night. After that night, Rashid decided to take care of the cemetery. He fixed the broken walls and planted new trees. He wanted the cemetery to be a beautiful place, a place where people could come and remember their loved ones in peace. And so, the story of Rashid and the forgotten cemetery serves as a reminder that even the most forgotten places can be brought back to life with a little bit of care and compassion. It is a tale of bravery and kindness, of facing our fears and turning them into something beautiful, a tale as timeless as the cemetery itself.